Hello and welcome to season 3 of the Livingston career mode, and well, it's season 3, what can I say? We're already in episodes 23, something like that. I mean, that has flown in. To start the episode off, I just want to explain, I won't be showing pre-season. I probably won't be showing pre-season for any season. Whether we win it or not, it's just because I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time. I'll only show what one we go into so that you can see how much money I can get. We sell Duncan Anderson to kick off though for over $1 million. We get 800k for him. Apologies, I kinda had a wee bit of a sneezing fit right there. That was fucking horrible. That lasted a good minute or two. This is probably the most decisive and important signing of the day between these two, Zian Fleming and Danny DeWitt, or DeWitt, or DeWitt. It was between these two because they're both very similar players, both basically exactly what I was looking for. And I found it really difficult to decide between them. So what I did, I felt was the most reasonable thing. I would put in an offer for both of them. I think Zian Fleming was worth more. I think he was worth 2.3, and I think what's his name was worth 1.8 or 2.1 or something like that. Yeah, but both of them were players that I was very interested in. I think Fleming was from Norway, and DeWitt was from Netherlands, but he's from Ajax, so I thought, you know, he's probably at least decent, you know. Fleming, I don't think I've ever heard of, but I'm pretty sure we land on this deal here. 2.25 million and a 5% sell-on clause. The sell-on clause tends to help everything. And that's what we landed on with him. There's Oliver Gorgori. I was interested in him as well, but he didn't seem to be as good as both of them. But it said there we could get DeWitt for 2.1 million. And if you don't know what that reference is that I keep doing, it's a Star Wars reference. And if you don't get it, then fair enough. I decided kind of wouldn't mind getting rid of Alex Rodriguez because he's, you know, he's probably going to get replaced and probably won't play very much. But they're not having that because I thought both of them, you know, both of them are centre mids. Obviously, Alex Rodriguez wouldn't be very good, but it'll land on a good deal, you know, 1.8 million. So I thought, you know, surely this is an obvious decision. Then I've got them both there. Fleming is a cheaper wage, but DeWitt, or do it, Danny, whatever, is from Ajax, and he's cheaper just in general. Excuse me. How many years did we get him? Was it 4, 3? Yeah, they counted for 2, so I counted for 3. I was kind of hoping that we could get as much as possible, which is why I went for like 4. I would have went for 5, but I wasn't thinking that they would actually go for that. Because most teams that come here tend to not really want a long deal. It's like they kind of just want us to be like a stepping stone club. You know, they just come to us, maybe get a wee bit of recognition, then go to a bigger team. And that's fair enough. I mean, I think, yeah, DeWitt is who I ended up landing on, and he is decent. I have to say, it does look pretty decent. It looks very all-rounded. I think his worst stats are like his pace and his defending. He's got decent stamina, decent strength. He's 6 foot tall, which was really important for me, because Zian Fleming was also 6 foot tall, It's just because I felt like Seibold, Cassidy, Cassidy's only 5'5", we never won the pre-season tournament as well. We came second in that game. But I feel like depending on the game, Cassidy and Seibold can be quite frustrating to work with. But we don't really, we've got a way out now. That's what Alex Rodriguez was meant to be. But yeah, this next deal had Alex Rodriguez involved. He's worth 600k, and we put 400k on top of it. But come on, we're not having it. And Stuart Findlay, I don't know how long he was really on the radar. I don't know if he was on the radar for that long. But to my knowledge, he's a decent player. And plus, we needed to the squad rotation. I wanted him to be someone who is reliable if, say, Jack Hendry or Moretti gets injured, because I feel like people like Lamy and that, people like Lamy just aren't really good enough. I mean, I think he's at 66 rated, and although that isn't bad, it's just he doesn't really have a future. Whereas Stuart Findlay, I reckon I could train, get him into a proper decent player, someone as a backup for whenever we hopefully get into Europe and stuff like that. Which, spoiler alert, we are in Europe. We'll see next episode what happens with that. But for now, we kick off against Aberdeen, first game of the season, first game of the SPL season. And this is a game where you want to prove your worth, prove that your signings were worthwhile, and make a good start for the season. And the thing is, this is Aberdeen at Pittodrie, so we really want to have a good start here. We really want to have as good a start as possible, because Aberdeen, for me personally, have not been pushovers. And Joe Lewis is still with them, so bit of a big pain in the arse there, really. He always pulls off these mad impeccable saves against me, and it's so frustrating because my keeper early days would sometimes just not even make saves. He makes a lot more saves now that he's 76 rated or what. This is one of them. I reckon if this was 2 seasons ago, I probably wouldn't have saved that. But against Joe Lewis, do it. Scores on his debut, might I add, for Livingston, and it's not a bad goal. Navarro cuts inside, passes it through the centre. There was a big massive space for him to drive right into, luckily, and it was a good goal. I thought, very decent finish. Giuseppe Romano finds space, firing it right at Joe Lewis, but we get a wee bit of a rebound here. Bobby Burns passes it back out to Lawson, to Navarro, to do it, and Joe Lewis catches that again. I was kind of expecting this ball here to go to Navarro instead of Lawson, but we just kind of work with it. And again, do it. What a save! What a save that is! Absolutely ridiculous. But this is a Pereira scores from the corner that we earned from that, and that makes it 2-0 in the 69th minute. 69. Aberdeen came on the attack. I was starting to feel a wee bit under pressure here, because look at the way they started passing about, and what a save from Anderson. That is incredible, brilliant save. And then that ends the game. We win 2-0. And it has to be said, you know, like, Anderson kind of kept us in that game. We get an all scout for Scotland, I think. But yeah, next game would be up against Hibs, and this is a very interesting game. Also, might I just add that I'm watching the Celtic game at the moment, and we just scored against Hearts. We just scored a penalty. Scott Sinclair, of all people. But yeah, nothing to do with that. This game, Marciano, the guy can fuck off. That's all I can say. Look at that double save. You know, 6 minutes in. That's 2 golden opportunities. Could easily be 1 or 2-0. Morrison absolutely sends the defender to the shops. Looks like Effie Ambrose, and then shot from the inside. I think it was Bobby Burns. Shot gets blocked. Morrison cuts back, runs inside, does very well to beat both those defenders there. Pass it out to DeWitt, and I think it was Burns has a shot, bounces back out to Navarro, and DeWitt fires a shot. Marciano with another brilliant save, and you know, that's the end of the first half. But look at these stats: 9 shots, 5 in target, 59 to 41 possession. Do I need to say much more? I mean, we should definitely have scored at least. Could easily have at least 2 goals. Marciano pulling off all sorts of ridiculous saves. Martinez comes on as a sub. 83rd minute, and that was probably the best of his saves. And then, you know, the game ends 0-0. Should never have been 0-0, but did. And I show the end of game stats as well. 13 shots, 8 in target, 52 to 40 possession. They came back a wee bit, but they never shot anything. And I just thought, you know, I mean, it's a good thing that we were getting so many shots off, but we should have won that. Motherwell would be up next. I let people like Sergio, as these names, I don't even remember. Sergio Torres, I let him start. Stuart Findlay starts as well, getting his debut. We get the ball to Martinez, and you're expecting this to go in. And the thing is with it as well is that the shot curled back inwards, and it still went wide. Thought this was a penalty, blatant penalty. And you know, if you've been watching, you'll know I basically don't ever get penalties. Have I had any penalties? Maybe 1 or 2. Mensah started, Cassidy started as well. And this shot, I genuinely thought this was going to like slowly roll into the back of the net. Also, I'm really sorry about the constant sniffing, I can't help it. Constantly got a cold here. And this needs to be a goal. Why is it chipped so hard? I didn't even do the low driven shot, I kind of gave up on that because it never works. But why is it so high? Hitting the crossbar from there is just unexplainable. And the game ends 0-0 again. I think I have the end of game stats for this game as well. Yeah, 9 shots, 3 in target. But there's nothing I can do if it's not in target. Like that last shot needs to go in. They never even shot at all. Just quite bullshit. However, exciting stuff. Europa League stuff. However, we have like the hardest team we could have possibly got for the Europa League qualifier. You know, have Feyenoord. However, we'll see what happens with them next episode, both legs. So if you've enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next episode for our first ever game in Europe. Stay tuned.